CEOs, what's up? It's your boy CEO Option. I'm back with another video, and it's that time of the week, so let's get into it. What I'm thankful for. Being able to have a voice of my own, let alone use my voice to navigate through the BS, through my worries, through what causes me to feel stressed and or anxious. I'm thankful I can use my voice to push my entire being forward. I'm glad I can use my voice to not remain stuck. I'm thankful I've realized that my voice is a superpower of mine, that I can use, let alone will use, to bring light towards anything that resembles the darkness. I'm glad that I choose to use my voice. I'm glad I have chosen to get familiar with my voice. I'm thankful I can use my voice to break the silence whenever needed. I'm grateful that my voice allows me to define me, there we go, to encourage me in being the best me that I can be. I'm grateful that whenever others attempt in raising their voice over mine, I can use mine to remind myself that I am valid as is, that I am great as is. Thus, I'm thankful that I have my voice to love myself wholeheartedly. Reality is what you do next. With that being said, I'm going to just say this before I get into these two screenshots that I feel like go best, what I had to share with you and what I had to reflect with you. All right, so basically, I'm going to just say this. I'm just glad that I'm at a point where I've realized that even when I'm at my lowest, I can still use my voice to uplift me. As well as like when I feel like I'm really lonely and I don't have people around me to support me in certain ways, I can use my voice to break the silence. So that's pretty dope. Something that I never really did before is like even realize what I can do with my voice. I think a lot of the times it was because like when growing up, it's like I'm the type of person where like when I have elderly people around me, I used to just always listen to what they say, even when I'm basically going against what I feel like is right, even when I don't have no bad intent, no ill will. I feel like this is better for me or this is best for me. It's like people don't really understand you. But like when growing up, at least for me, it's like I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. And I'm not trying to disrespect this person. But it's like at a certain point, you got to realize who you are. And I feel like my voice is like my superpower for that. Like I've been able to define me. I've been able to encourage me in being the best me that I can be. And I'm not saying like, yo, don't listen to elderly people or people who are older than you. But it's like, be able to recognize that you can use your own voice to uplift yourself, to understand you for you. And me personally, I'm at a point where I'm glad that I'm misunderstood, if anything. Like I'm not here to, bicker with you. And it's like, I don't know about tomorrow, so I'm not going to waste my time and my energy, let alone my own voice, on somebody who chooses to not understand me. Like, it's good. And that's something that's pretty dope too, is like, if someone chooses to raise their voice over me, before I never even really would like recognize like that shit kind of tricked me out before. Like that shit was just, it would bug me because it's just like, what? But then like when I've realized or I've gotten to the point where I'm like, bro, I'm great as is, I'm valid as is. They can say whatever, but I know me, like that, whatever they say won't change who I am. That's when I realized like it's good. Like I can, if anything, I'll just remind myself whenever I'm at those points where I'm like, when I'm dealing with that kind of stuff, it's like, yo, push forward. It's good. Like just to even use your own voice. Like imagine if you weren't able to use your voice, especially at those times where like you feel really lonely. You're at your lowest. Imagine if you were just in your head and you couldn't navigate through the BS, like through your anxiety, through your stresses. Imagine if you couldn't use your voice to touch base with reality. So I'm grateful that I have a voice of my own, let alone that I can use my voice to do good things. And I've realized that like I could do a whole lot with my voice. You know what I'm saying? I can talk to you, you, right? But I can also talk to myself. Yesterday in yesterday's video, I don't know if you watched it, you should have. I don't know what you're doing if you haven't yet, but it's called Everyday Conversation. That's the title of that video. But basically, I was talking about how like, I'd be having a dialogue with myself. Like I'd be talking to myself each and every single day. I'd be cracking jokes with myself, but it's a great way for me to just conversate with myself and just understand myself, to direct myself, but also understand how I want to communicate with others. So, with that being said, yeah, I'm just me as a whole. I'm grateful that I have a voice of my own, that I can use my voice to, do what I want, to understand myself. Like, that's the most important thing is before you can do things for others, I feel like you really got to understand who you are, what you want to do, what you can do. Like if you're around people all the time, I feel like you won't be able to just even have some time to talk to yourself and figure out what it is you can do today, not next week or next month or whatever. It's like even just having a step-by-step plan, talking to yourself and just figuring that out. I'm glad I have my voice to do that. All right, so that being said, I have these 2 screenshots, right, that I feel like go best what I had to share with you, what I had to reflect with you. All right, so this is the first one. Even at your worst, you have me. I'm going to say that one more time. Even at your worst, you have me. Last but not least, the second one says this. Life always offers a new beginning to anyone brave enough to reach for it. I'm going to say that one more time. Life always offers a new beginning to anyone, brave enough to reach for it. With that being said, how do I say this? Like, I like that. Even at your worst, even at your lowest, you can still tell yourself with your own voice, like, I'm glad that I can tell myself I still have me. I'm good for it. Like, this shall pass. I can tell myself that, like, you're good for it. Okay, so what they left you is good. You still got me, right? I can tell myself that. You see, that's so powerful. The more you do so, the more confident you become in yourself, the more you love yourself wholeheartedly. Like, all that matters. So I'm glad that, like, even when I'm not at my best, I still have me and I have my voice to navigate through all that, right? To get to that point. I don't know if you can hear somebody snoring. Anyways, last but not least, the second one, right? Life always offers a new beginning to anyone brave enough to reach for it, right? I think like I said earlier, like the fact that like when I grew up, like growing up, I would listen to other people and I wouldn't really use my voice in the best way that I could because I was too busy. For one, I didn't want to disrespect others, but I was kind of hindering myself. So now I'm brave enough to even just use my voice to understand who I am. All right, so I'm just going to say this real quick. First and foremost, I apologize. I'm glad that you just witnessed that. You see how my face was like, but you could still hear my voice? Yeah, that's just a perfect example of my phone saying, oh, you have this amount of storage, which I've done longer videos with, right? But it just still cuts off on me. I don't know. Anyways, basically what I was just trying to say was I'm glad I'm at a point in my life where I'm brave enough to use my voice to understand myself, to understand what it is I want to do, and be brave enough to just create that path for myself. And if others don't understand me, it's whatever. If I'm going to be alone doing it, that's cool. I made my peace because I'd rather do what makes me happy. I've realized that I can use my voice is enough to be able to do what it is that I want. I don't really need other people's approval, you know what I'm saying, or what they think I need to do to obtain something that really is what they want me to do. How about what I want to do? I never even got to that point where I was able to even have those type of conversations with me, right? With myself, let alone with others. I never even conversated with my own self about what it is I wanted to do and how I'm going to do it. And like, if I'm okay, whether or not others are going to be okay with it or not. Like, even those type of conversations, I never used my own voice for myself to do so. But now I have, and I'm brave enough to do whatever it is that I want to do. Because again, I have no ill will. I have no bad intent. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just want to be happy for myself, right? If I have my own passions, if I have my own desires, I'm glad I have my own voice to lead me, to direct me, to get me to that point. I don't need somebody else to tell me, oh, you got to do this and that. I can use my own voice to figure that stuff out, right? To communicate with those who are like-minded. Even just realizing that kind of stuff, I'm just glad that I'm at a point in my life where I can do so. So, yeah, I literally basically said all this and a bit more, but I'm just glad that I checked before I finished off this video to see where exactly I was. Because Literally, I had probably a few more minutes longer, but it's cool. It's whatever. Things happen. But I'm glad you witnessed that, though. Because, yeah, I be dealing with that sometimes. But anyways, nonetheless, that's pretty much it that I felt like sharing with you. Yeah, you. That I had to reflect with you today. This is like the 41st reflection, right? At this point. So, yo, I know there's something that you reflected on. At least the fact that I hope that you are reflecting, if anything. But, yo, if there's something that you're, comfortable in sharing today with me, let me know. I hope so. But nonetheless, even if you're just reflecting with yourself, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, for real. That's going to go a long way in your life. Believe it or not, all right? That's you understanding yourself. That's you just appreciating yourself. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow for This Quote Is Meant For You. Yeah, you, because it's going to be literally, it's meant for you, bruh. Like, who else? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm literally talking to you, bruh. All right? With that being said, yeah. I hope that your weekend has been great thus far. Good thus far. Yeah, use it to your advantage. Figure out what it is that you can do to start that journey of yours that you're low-key shaky about or don't know. Just, if you're curious about something, go for it. Because the one thing that you have, but you don't know when you don't have it no more, is your time. So use it efficiently and use it for you. It's not being selfish. That's just you living your life. I never even told myself that I would never even use my voice before until now, for things like that. You know what I'm saying? To even realize things like that. So do so. Anyways, I apologize. I don't know if you could really hear the snoring or not. Maybe if you have headphones or earphones, but I'm sure it's not that loud. I'm sure my voice was, you could hear it well enough to understand what it is. I don't know why this is the way I have this position. Anyways, nonetheless, you have a blessed day, all right? I'm going to catch you tomorrow. And with that being said, it's your boy, CEO Hobson. I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Peace.